harvesting the chemical compound from human children, drinking their blood to ingest adrenochrome because it has some sort of elixir of life properties. Is that right?
Yes.
When a witch has a coven, it's normally a small thing. Witches' covens are normally 3 to 7 people. When it becomes thousands, it's called a hive. Y'all are part of that lady beehive?
Beyonce's so-called Queen Witch era in Hollywood might be slipping faster than she ever expected, because insiders are coming out the shadows with claims that sound straight out of a nightmare. They're saying Beyonce is out here allegedly doing wild rituals and messing with people's kids to keep herself looking young, and the streets can't stop talking about it. These rumors about celebrities chasing eternal youth with extreme methods ain't new, but nobody thought Beyonce's name would ever get thrown into that mix, let alone painted as some kind of top priestess running the whole scene. For years, people whispered that Madonna held that crown, but according to the gossip mill, Beyonce snatched it and took things to another level. And these witchcraft accusations didn't just come from random blogs either. They resurfaced heavy when her former drummer, Kimberly Thompson, suddenly backed out of the On the Run 2 tour in 2018 and dropped a bombshell claiming Beyonce was using extreme spiritual practices behind closed doors. Kimberly wasn't some new hire either. She rocked with Beyonce for almost 8 years straight. So when fans noticed she wasn't on stage anymore, they knew something serious had gone down. And once her accusations hit the public, everything got even louder. It's one thing when the internet starts making wild claims, but when someone who's been that close to Beyonce for nearly a decade speaks out, people pay attention real fast. Things got even messier when Kimberly filed a restraining order, alleging Beyonce had sent people to intimidate her at her home. The whole situation had folks stunned, confused, and watching every update like it was a movie.
Beyonce's ex-drummer of 7 years, she is seeking a restraining order against Beyonce. She's accusing her of dark magic, witchcraft, tapping into her phone bill, and basically controlling her finances, her. She's saying the Beyonce camp is put a huge harassment campaign against her, and it's overall witchcraft. She sought a restraining order in the past. It got denied, and she has another one scheduled for October 11th, but the internet is just like, what? Excuse me?
But here's the wild part. Kimberly wasn't the only one who walked away from Beyonce's circle and later started speaking out about some dark, messed up energy going on behind the scenes. At some point, people started saying it couldn't just be random folks making up the same story over and over again, and that's when things really started getting messy. Performer and dancer Khada Shari came forward with shocking claims of her own, accusing Beyonce of allegedly having people target her child as retaliation for refusing to join what she described as a dangerous spiritual group. She even posted a heated message on Instagram saying things like, "Are you serious? You called for my child to be sad? You, evil witch at essence? Check on my child. I'm about to blow this through the roof. Beyonce, you went too far. You gotta be kidding me. I'm the child. You off to be a star. You forgot you were only supposed to be a star on the tree. Giving orders of takeout never went with your stardom. When it was happening to me, I kept my mouth shut for my career. Not with my goddaughter. I'll blow your world up." People were stunned seeing someone talk that boldly, especially someone who claimed to have been connected to Beyonce's camp at one point. And right when the internet was still trying to make sense of it all, YouTube commentator Storm Monroe jumped in with even more claims, saying Beyonce had supposedly taken over Madonna's spot as one of the highest-ranking spiritual figures in Hollywood.
Beyonce is a witch. She's a very powerful witch. She's heavy into African spirituality. How many people have come out and said, "Hey, shit, can't start dying. Beyonce did this to me. I saw Beyonce do that." Like, this is nothing new. But you got to understand, when it comes to Illuminati, to this industry, one person replaces the other. Madonna's old. Madonna is almost done. Madonna is a very high-ranking witch. She is a high priestess. That's just pretty much what it is.
Storm didn't even start the whole spiritual worship talk. The conversation actually kicked off way back during the Lemonade era when Beyonce stepped out in that now iconic yellow dress. That outfit, plus the visuals in the music video, had people pointing out heavy spiritual symbolism, and once the internet locked onto it, the theories went into overdrive. Fans started digging deeper because it suddenly felt like these celebrities had been dropping clues about their secret lives right in front of us, and we just weren't catching on. And when folks went back through Beyoncé's older eras, they claimed the hints were there long before anyone noticed. People even brought up her Destiny's Child days and that alter ego she used to talk about nonstop, Sasha Fierce. Everybody remembers her saying Sasha showed up whenever it was time to perform. But once people started researching, they stumbled on an old interview where Beyoncé talked about Sasha Fierce like it was something way more intense than a character. She described it like a force that took over whenever she stepped on stage, and the internet instantly twisted that into claims of possession, saying she admitted Sasha Fierce wasn't just a persona, but something that controlled her energy during performances. The whole situation had people connecting dots they never even looked twice at before. She once said, "Right before I performed for the BET Awards, I raised my hands and it was the first time I felt something else come into me. I knew that was going to be my coming out night at the award show." And when that old quote resurfaced online, people ran with it instantly, saying it confirmed every suspicion they'd already built up. And according to the streets, it's not just Beyoncé getting accused of using spiritual practices. They've dragged Solange into it too. Folks claim Solange basically exposed herself when she posted a picture of her altar on Instagram, and the timing made it even wilder. She allegedly shared it while Nicki Minaj was calling out Jay-Z over money, and people online said Solange was throwing a warning shot, hinting she'd drop a serious curse if Nicki kept talking. Then things escalated even more when prophetess Tiffany Montgomery, who used to be a huge supporter of both Beyoncé and Jay-Z, went viral in 2024 after a clip of her calling them out started circulating nonstop. She said Beyoncé was operating like a witch and claimed Jay-Z's name was supposedly a shortened way of connecting him to Jehovah, which had the internet arguing for weeks. Every time one of these claims pops back up, the conspiracy crowd starts cooking again, and the conversation gets even louder.
About any of you who are going to Beyonce's concert, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. How dare you call yourself a Christian? I don't care what pastor you got that is okay with it. I don't care what pastor you got that think it's cool. I don't care what pastor you got that's singing along to their song. Why you think that man called himself Jehovah? It was short for Jehovah.
Jackie Hill Perry, a well-known Bible teacher, also spoke out about Beyoncé, saying she used to be a huge fan until she started digging into what she believed were spiritual themes in Beyoncé's work. She said that once she researched the symbolism in Lemonade, she felt like Beyoncé was channeling different deities in the yellow dress scenes and using visuals connected to ancestor worship, and it made her rethink everything. Jackie admitted she didn't even notice it at first because she loved the music so much, and she said that's what scared her. She felt like the art made spiritual ideas look attractive, and she didn't catch it right away. From there, the rumors online only grew, with people claiming Beyoncé wasn't using spiritual practices just for her career, but also to maintain her youthful image. And you know how the internet gets. Folks started lumping her into the same pile of rumors that follow a lot of celebrities, the ones saying stars supposedly use extreme and unethical methods to stay looking young. Now, just to be clear, none of these wild claims have been proven, but the conspiracy crowd keeps her name in the mix anyway, fueling the idea that Beyoncé is somehow tied up in secret rituals or unusual beauty practices. The internet loves a story that sounds dramatic, and this one just keeps getting louder.
Cabal of global elites who is, are draining this chemical compound from small children and is doing so in the basement of a Washington D.C. pizza parlor called Comet Ping Pong. This idea spurred in some ways from emails from the John Podesta hack during the 2016 election cycle.
This whole situation is turning into pure chaos, and if any part of these allegations ends up being real, then Beyoncé might have a serious problem on her hands. It's one thing for people to talk about spiritual practices, but once kids start getting dragged into the conversation, folks online start calling for real investigations, and the drama gets even louder. Some people on social media even claim her whole vibe has shifted, saying things like her eyes don't look soft anymore and that her energy feels dark, no matter how flawless her outfits are. Others brought up how she once referred to herself as an ocean queen. And anybody familiar with Yoruba or Nigerian culture knows that title carries deep spiritual weight. So that comment had the internet debating nonstop. A few online voices even went as far as saying no Christian should support her music anymore because they believe she's openly showing what she connects with spiritually. And whether people agree or not, the opinions are coming in heavy and fast, with everybody choosing a side. But now I want to hear your take on all this drama. What do you think about these accusations hitting Beyoncé's name? Do you believe there's something real behind these claims? Or is it all internet noise turning into a storm? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, share this with somebody who needs the tea, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next messy video.